Filter functions are basically whenever you are writing a DAX code. So by DAX code is basically when you are trying to manipulate the data or make data through your for your purpose. So basically we write certain codes in Power BI. By code, basically we means basically we program some certain columns or certain measures to get desired output. So for that we use DAX function. So in DAX function we have different kind of filters. So like let's talk about this first filter, that all. So what this function does is whenever you apply this filter, so we have this table. Okay, in this table we are just showing accessories, all the accessory, bikes, clothing, all the components, and dividing it by the total, grand total. So by but if you directly do this, basically the sum of accessories in 2005 is dividing by the grand total. But if you try to do it directly, what it will do, it will try to divide sum of accessories in 2005 by the total number of accessories. So there's a by default visual filter that is applied whenever you show something on Power BI screen. So to overcome that, we use this all filter. So what this all filter does is it removes all the filter that is being present on the screen. So for this visualization, it's something like that. So what we need is sum of all the sales amount. We are dividing it by using all filter. So basically, it will do a sum irrespective of what filtration it is. So irrespective of it won't filter based on accessories, based on columns or based on rows. It will divide it by the total. By that it means is the accessories is 0.02% of the total. Like we used to do a table calculation by we change the context of the table calculation. Same way we can do this. So if we don't apply this row filter, all filter, what it will do is if you do a sum of that accessories and year and do a normal divide by normal sum, so it will divide everything. If we say this example, so we did all and we just took the calendar year. So now it's that table down. So basically dividing this total with the total of each accessory, each vertical. Okay. Yeah. So any doubts in the all filter? Okay. Then we have this all except filter. So what this does, it's similar to all filter. So basically it also removes the filter on the context view. But if you just give any column to it, so basically it will keep that filter and remove all the other filters on that context. So let's say if you are showing a table between if we are showing the same table, this one, and now we use all except and we put just this dates in the all except. So what it will do, it will remove all the remaining filter and will keep only the date filter in. So this data will get filtered based on date, but it won't be getting filtered on these verticals. This is a function of all except. Then we have all no. Yeah.
These DAX functions are a kind of like measures, right?
No. These DAX functions are used when you create a calculated column or calculated field. So like in Tableau, you can write your own measures or calculated field. So same way we can write in Power BI, and these functions are used when you are writing those. So basically, if you want to do a sum based on a certain condition, so you can use SumX function. So SumX function is something like that you can do a sum and you can give the filter. So let's say I want to do a sum based on a particular category, and for remaining category I don't want to do a sum. So in that case, you use a SumX and use a filter function. We'll come to this filter function. So once you give a filter function, it will filter the data on your requirement and then do for certain tasks.
Okay. So if you see all function where we are like changing the filters, right, based on
Yeah.
our requirement, will this calculated field affect user interface of the filter development?
Yeah. This all function is used to affect the user interface. So let me give you some example. So if we have any table here, let's create a table. Okay, we have something like this. Shift table. Sales. Okay. So this is a normal view which we are getting.
Okay.
Now currently I'm showing you just the sales. So now if I want to see the percentage of sales, so basically what percent of this this is this amount. Okay. So for in that case, if I use normal divide function, so what it will do, it will filter my denominator as well based on this. So everything would be 100% if I don't do anything. So to basically because what Power BI is doing, Power BI is filtering this data based on your columns and row which you have selected.
Okay.
So now I have to make sure my denominator is not affected by this filtration. So for that I can use all filter all function. So it will remove the content. So basically visual filters. So it won't filter my denominator based on furniture this and this. Okay, let me just create a new measure for you. So that we'll give and we'll give sales. So if you see when I did a sum all, so all the values are same. It's not getting filtered at all.
Right. Okay. Can we apply filters on something like category?
So this the furniture sales, it's filtered on category, whereas sum all is not filtered on category. So if I want to find a ratio, I can directly find the percentage and ratio. So what percentage is this of the total sum? So then okay. So basically this all filter or all except filter, it helps you to control your visualization output.
Okay. Understood. So yeah. So filters won't affect on the measure that you created, right?
Yeah.
Visual filters.
No. Those will only affect when they're applied to that. So if I create a calculated column and in which I am using these filters, then only it would affect. This column is not. This column is coming from data, and I haven't changed anything in it, so it would remain the same.
Okay. So can we bring ordered days month into a filter and like can we just look for like January, February, March?
Okay, so here we have.
Okay, understood. Yeah, thanks.
So this all filter have removed all the filters, and if we want all except, so I can use the all except, and let's say if I choose month, so it will filter based on month, but it won't filter based on categories. So this is the difference between all and all except. And then we have all no blank rows. So as its name suggests, it will just you take that column and remove all the blank rows in that column when it's representing the data or giving you output. Then we have all selected. So it also removes the context filters from the query, but it will keep basically in this if you give any column names in here, so it will keep the filter of those columns and remove the others. So it's similar like all except, and it so it will also keep the filters from the columns which you have given and remove the others filter. And then we have this calculate function. So this is the most used function which we have. So let's say if you want to do a sum or a maximum minimum with a certain condition, like in SQL query we have a where clause. So if you want to do any function and you want to have certain condition to it, so what you can do, you can use a calculate function and give you the expression. Let's say I want a sum. So give a sum. Give the column name for which you have to do the sum, and then you can give your filter basically of where condition. Let's say I want to do a sum of where the category is equal to office supplies. So it will do only the sum of office supplies. It won't do the sum for others. So this calculate function helps you to just manipulate your normal functions and based on the filters you want. So if we have examples, so like this. So we want to do a sum of sales amount, but we want that product color should be blue. So it will do, so this is a normal sales if you do a normal sum, and this is the sum if the color is blue. So you can see the value has been changed because it's only adding those records that have a color blue. Then we have a calculate tables. So calculate tables is something similar to calculate, but in calculate we get a output as a row or a measure, but in calculate table we get a completely new table. So let's say you have an existing table and you want certain some part of that table for your function, so you can create a new table out of it with your conditions. So it works something like this. So calculate table, you have to give the table name, that which table you want to use, and this is the condition you want to apply on it. So from this internet sales table, I want a new table that have only the records of 2006. So it will create a new table that has only 2006 records. So if you see here, everything have the same value that is matching with the 2006. Because the new table has been filtered from the original table and just keeping this filter condition. Then we'll come to earlier function after. So let's come to filter function. So this filter function is a normal filter and one of the most used filter function. So it's whenever you want any condition to do any calculation, but you want to apply a filter to it. So let's say if you want to view, or if you do a sum or a max min based on any particular condition, you can use this filter function. So it's like you will club this calculate and filter. We'll do like calculate sum of sales based on filter condition. So let's take an example of it. So we are doing a sumX function. We are doing filter and for the states that have United States as a country, and then it will do the sum of amount only for those countries, only for the country which has United States in it. Then we have this lookup values. So like we use VLOOKUP in Excel, so this function gave us that flexibility of find. So let's say we have two different tables, and you want to find a data in one table using the data which is present in the other table. So you can use a lookup value function. So what lookup value function you can do is you have to give the column from which you want to find the record. Then you have to you have the search column. So by search column basically means let's say you have two tables, both of them have ID as common. Okay. Or we can take an example of we used to do a customer table and a salesman table. So I want to find a customer name from the customer table that is associated with salesperson. So I can give a customer name here. My sales table has the customer ID, so I can give a customer ID. Customer ID from customer table, and search values customer ID from the sales table. Okay, and similarly, if I want to give multiple search instructions, so we can just give search column and the search value, and based on it, it will find that corresponding value from this search column, result column. I can let me. Okay, I can show you that data, but I think it's with my current project. So if you have any doubt, I can open that for you for this lookup value. Okay, so yeah, then let's move to this earlier function. So whenever there's a requirement for any ranking, so if you like you have this data set and you want to rank based on, let's say, sales. So for those scenarios, we can use this earlier function. So what it does, it will find the previous record of the current record based on any criteria you gave, and then it can give you the number. So this function is useful when you have to give the ranking. So you can use this function to rank this category name based on the sales of that category, and it will generate the ranking for it. So this function works like that. We are counting the rows. So basically, I want to count all the rows that are before this to get the rank of any subcategory. So what we do, we do a count row. We add a filter function. In filter, we do a earlier. So it's like that the earlier total sales should be less than the current total sales. So basically, for this, let's say if we are on the wheels. So what we'll do, we'll count the number of rows where the earlier function. So basically, all the remaining rows have their total less than this wheels. So it will give us the count, and we are doing a +1. So that means there are 7 rows that have the total less than this wheels. So that's why its rank is 8. So this function basically what it does, it takes this value and it will compare with all the earlier rows to find that value. To find the rank of that value. Okay, and at last we have just selected values. So selected values, it's basically a context-based filter. So let me give you an example. So here, like I am using this filter value. Currently, like this so we have this function. So maybe while creating a visualization, maybe you are using 2 tables and those 2 tables are not connected. So in this case, you want the other vis to be filtered based on the value you are selected. So for that, you can use the selected value. So how does it work is, so we have the selected value function. Here you can give order. So we are using month. So if I use this function, so what it will do, it will capture the value which is in my filter. Like right now I've choose August, so it will capture this value. So similarly, if you want to filter, like right now we have just one order table. If we have another like sales table, and we are just using the filter of order table. So if those tables are not related, we don't have any connection between them. So we can't filter based on this filter, the second table based on this filter. So for those scenarios, what we can use the selected value filter. So what it will do, it will capture the value which we have selected in our filter, and we can use these values to filter out the second table. So these were the filters function which I am using for my project. So any doubts in any of the filters?
Swap, is there any order of operation like how we have in Tableau, like first context filter, data source filter will be the first one, then context, like that?
Yeah. So whenever whenever you create any calculated column, okay. So let's say I created a calculated column and I'm trying to display it. So this context filter won't be applied on that calculated column. When you apply any measures or anything, so that would automatically filter based on the visualization you are trying. So right now my sales amount is getting updated based on the filters, basically based on columns and rows. So even if I create any measure that doesn't have any predefined filter applied to it, that would also filter based on context, based on the view. Yeah. So that's all for today.